Today, host Craig Melvin accuses The Voice's Blake Shelton of retiring from show as a gimmick and insists he'll be back. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Today show host Craig Melvin makes a shady pass at The Voice coach Blake Shelton on the morning show. During Tuesday's episode of Today, Craig accused Blake of retiring from The Voice as a gimmick. On today's show, NBC anchors Shinelle Jones, 44, Dylan Dreyer, 41, and Craig, 43, sat down with former The Voice coach John Legend, 44. After the Today third hour hosts explored John's escapades at the 2023 Oscars party, Shinelle pivoted the conversation to the singing reality competition. Shinelle began to explain that though she knew that the EGOT winner was taking a break from this season of The Voice, she wanted to discuss Blake with him. Especially since it's the last season that the country music star will be a coach on the NBC show. Voice in Sirens. Raising his voice, Neil Horan yells he'll come to blows with Voice rival Blake Shelton. We really loved doing the show. It's been such a family experience for us, especially with Blake, John told the Today team. Blake's been there since the very beginning. He's been the heart and soul of The Voice for so long. We're all gonna miss the fact that he's not gonna be on the show. It's pretty crazy. I can't imagine The Voice without him. He says this is gonna be his last season, so we wish him the best. Most read in entertainment. Before the A-lister wrapped up his statement, Craig intervened, calling out Blake's decision to end his role on The Voice. I think the whole thing might be a gimmick, Craig proposed to his disbelieving co-hosts and John. He expounded after Shinelle asked him what he meant, explaining that he believed Blake was gonna pull a Tom Brady. John didn't dismiss the possibility that Blake might come back for one more year. However, he did emphasize how much he'd be missed on the show. Blake's farewell. Blake recently announced that he would no longer be a coach on the show after this upcoming season. In an interview, he recently revealed the real reason he's stepping away from the show. During an appearance on Today, he confessed that he had contemplated leaving the show for a few years. The Oklahoma native noted, however, that he was concerned about leaving everybody in a bind, so he stayed. I think I was close to calling it a day right when COVID hit, he told host Carson Daly, 49, on the show. And then, because of COVID, I didn't want to walk away from the show and leave everybody in a bind. I mean, this show changed my life. I'll stay here until the world kind of gets back to normal again. Blake also opened up to Carson about how the show changed his life. He shared, I met my wife, Gwen Stefani, on this show. It's changed my life in every way it possibly can from a personal standpoint. While Blake is no stranger to The Voice's judging table, they are joined by newcomers Chance and Niall Horan, 29. Chance told NBC Insider, I wanted to be a coach on The Voice because I like giving platforms to young artists, especially people who are already seasoned in their trade and know what they're doing but just need the right spotlight. I wanted to be a part of the process. I think my biggest competition amongst the coaches is probably Kelly cause she's a seasoned vet. She's won a bunch of times and people just gravitate towards her cause they know she's been in a competition. She's mega famous. Similar to Chance, Niall thinks Kelly is his biggest competition as well. The One Direction Alan commented, my biggest competition this year is definitely Kelly. We have very similar tastes in music and the same kind of taste in voices. Yeah, I think she's going to be a massive threat to me, but you never know, I could win the thing. Craig Melvin accuses Blake Shelton of using retirement as a gimmick on The Voice, in a candid statement that has captured the attention of fans across the country. Craig Melvin, beloved anchor of NBC's Today, has accused The Voice star Blake Shelton of using his decision to leave the hit singing competition show as nothing more than a gimmick to stir up public interest. The accusation comes after Shelton's announcement that he would be stepping down from his role as a coach on The Voice after an incredibly successful run on the show, one that has spanned nearly 2 decades and made him a household name. However, Melvin's comments suggest that Shelton's so-called retirement might not be all it seems, with many speculating that the country music superstar's departure is a temporary ploy rather than a permanent exit. The accusations from Melvin have sparked a firestorm of debate, with some fans backing the anchor's bold claims and others defending Shelton, who is widely regarded as one of the most influential and charismatic coaches the show has ever had. For those familiar with The Voice, Shelton's departure is a major shakeup in the dynamic of the show, as he has become synonymous with the series, with his charm, wit, and country music roots offering a refreshing contrast to some of the other coaches over the years. With his presence on the show consistently delivering high ratings, Shelton's exit is undoubtedly a significant moment in the show's history. But why would Melvin, an established figure in the entertainment industry, go so far as to accuse Shelton of using his retirement as a gimmick? And why is he so adamant that Shelton will eventually return to the series, despite the star's public statements that this would be the end of his coaching tenure? To understand Melvin's point of view, it's important to consider both the timing of Shelton's announcement and the long-standing speculation surrounding his future with The Voice. A gimmick or a genuine exit? Blake Shelton's decision to announce his retirement from The Voice came as a surprise to many, but it wasn't entirely unexpected. The star had been dropping subtle hints for months about stepping away from the series, fueling rumors that his departure was on the horizon. Yet, despite his success and the adoration of fans, Shelton's decision to leave raised questions among industry insiders. For years, Shelton had made it clear that he enjoyed being a part of The Voice, and his rapport with fellow coaches, including Gwen Stefani, Kelly Clarkson, and John Legend, had become a major selling point of the show. But as the years went on, the pressures of maintaining a schedule that spanned across seasons of The Voice, along with his commitments to his country music career and family life, began to weigh heavily on Shelton. His marriage to Stefani, whom he met on the set of The Voice, and their plans for starting a family together were likely significant factors in his decision to step away. Additionally, Shelton had already achieved tremendous success on the show, winning several seasons and building a devoted fan base. Yet Melvin's remarks bring a more cynical view to the table, challenging the authenticity of Shelton's exit. From Melvin's perspective, Shelton's timing seemed too perfect. The anchor pointed out that Shelton's retirement announcement coincided with the promotion of new seasons of The Voice and a buzz of anticipation for the show's future. Melvin argued that the announcement felt engineered to create a wave of publicity, keeping Shelton's name in the media even as he distanced himself from the show. In many ways, Melvin's criticism can be seen as pointing out a growing trend within the entertainment industry: the use of retirement or finality announcements as a marketing strategy. Stars in various fields have used these supposed exits to drive media attention, only to later return to their respective projects in a big way. Melvin seems to believe that Shelton is following this pattern and that his retirement is not a permanent decision, but rather a temporary move designed to generate buzz for both the artist and the show. As Melvin stated, Blake Shelton will be back, and when he does return, it'll be like nothing. The gravity of Melvin's statement, it's crucial to look back at Blake Shelton's lasting impact on The Voice. Since joining the show in its inaugural season, Shelton quickly became one of the standout figures, with his dry sense of humor and affable personality making him a fan favorite. His success as a coach was undeniable, and he quickly established a reputation as a champion of country music on the show, bringing a unique flavor to the coaching panel alongside other powerhouse talents like Adam Levine and Christina Aguilera. Over the years, Shelton's influence grew, and he became known as the King of The Voice, due to his consistent success in training winning contestants. His chemistry with the other coaches was a key part of the show's charm, and his friendly banter with the likes of Levine and Stefani created some of the most memorable moments in The Voice history. Shelton's deep connections to the country music scene and his ability to guide aspiring artists in the genre solidified his place as an icon within the show's ecosystem. While other coaches have come and gone, Shelton remained a steady fixture throughout the years, and his departure marks the end of an era for the show. However, despite his long tenure, Shelton has always been open about his love for country music and his commitment to his own career. Throughout his time on The Voice, Shelton continued to release chart-topping albums and embarked on successful tours, proving that his passion for music went beyond his role as a coach. Given his influence on the show and his undeniable talent, it is understandable why fans and critics alike are questioning whether Shelton's departure is truly a permanent one. Even if his decision to step away is based on personal reasons or a desire for a new challenge, it is difficult to ignore the possibility that this might be a strategic move designed to keep fans engaged and excited for what's next. Why Craig Melvin believes Shelton will return. Craig Melvin's comments about Shelton's eventual return are rooted in both the nature of the entertainment industry and his understanding of the way celebrity culture operates. Melvin, who has covered the entertainment beat for years, understands that many public figures engage in calculated moves to maintain public interest. From dramatic exits to surprise comebacks, the entertainment world thrives on the element of surprise and spectacle. Melvin believes that Shelton's retirement announcement is just the latest chapter in a carefully constructed narrative, one that will likely end with his triumphant return to The Voice. Melvin also pointed out that in many ways, Shelton's persona is inseparable from the show itself. The Voice has become a major part of Shelton's brand, and his decision to leave raises questions about the future of both the show and his career. Without Shelton, The Voice risks losing a key figure who helped shape its identity and contributed to its massive success. While the show has experienced changes in coaching panels over the years, Shelton's departure is a loss that many fans find difficult to accept. For Melvin, it's not a matter of if Shelton will return, but when. The anchor pointed out that, in all likelihood, Shelton will eventually return to the show, possibly after a brief hiatus or when the show requires a familiar face to reignite interest. Given Shelton's popularity and the impact he has had on The Voice, it would not be surprising if the star found a way to make his return in the near future, much like other celebrities who have walked away from successful ventures only to come back with even more fanfare. Melvin's comments, while controversial, reflect the skepticism that many fans and industry insiders have regarding Shelton's decision to retire. As the entertainment world continues to evolve, it's clear that Shelton's journey on The Voice is far from over, and his return to the show seems inevitable in the eyes of those who have closely followed his career. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.